Now to sport with Meredith Sheen.
Remember the last time you had a bowl of coffee, and how after the coffee were all gone, you drank that sweet, good-tasting coffee? Well, that's what this is, only better. You know how you have to use up the whole coffee bean to release all that good juice? Well, we use up practically the whole coffee bean to make juice. And just like coffee, we let coffee brew a while, till her juice is rich, full of flavor. A lot of juice in that glass. A lot of coffee, too. And look. See? It takes just that long for you to pour juice. Coffee juice. You really ought to try it. Try it.
Hey, right now, Loblaws is having a huge frozen food sale. You can get tremendous value on over 50 frozen food items. Frozen vegetables, frozen meat entrees, frozen concentrated juices, ice cream. If it's frozen, you can save plenty. Don't get left out on the cold. Come on in and stock up that freezer.
For over 340 years, American Airlines has been the preferred airline for world travelers. From Los Angeles to Constantinople, American Airlines has been fulfilling dreams. Whether it's New Amsterdam or Toronto, we'll get you there and back in style and comfort. Next time you fly, choose American Airlines, making this large world just a little bit smaller. Terrorism? Not on our watch! Brought to you by the American Society of United Americans, LLC. Please keep your hands and feet inside the borders until the ride has come to a complete and full stop.
I've given you back the horrors of war. The Vendicans will now assume that you've broken your agreement and that you're preparing to wage real war with real weapons. They'll want to do the same. Only the next attack they launch will do a lot more than just count up numbers on a computer. They'll destroy your cities, devastate your planet. You, of course, will want to retaliate. If I were you, I'd start making bombs. We're human beings with the blood of a million savage years on our hands.
Back in Nam, they used to call me Bazooka, 'cause I used a bazooka.
Turn camera.
Marked.
102, take one. With overlap, action please. Action awesome please.
You just do anything?
No, it's sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take two.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
102, take three. Action, please.
Ah, the French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
We are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your Wednesday live stream. I had a question from Charles Tofield who said, asked if I had ever spent time doing production work on the West Coast. Negative, Ghost Rider, which I said. And you're going to the West Coast in the next month to get into the game industry doing 2D art or to get some animation work. Well, good luck to you. Do you have anything lined up? Amos says, started working through Star Trek, the original series with the kids. No cussing, no gore. Here's one cuss word, mild cuss word, which could in the original series. That'll be your trivia. Where is it? Your weekly meeting starts in a few minutes. This is my weekly meeting with you all. Like giving a presentation to some, I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. And Cheese It Now. Whoop, live stream. That's right. Go tell your friends. So, I got back from, where did I go? Greenville, South Carolina Comic-Con video posted yesterday, convention video. But I realized at that show that I have not updated my prints or my merchandise, my table stuff for a long time, way too long. And, so I'm rectifying that situation by getting some new prints and branching out and doing other things because it's time. So this is what I did yesterday. This is a commission that I did probably, I don't know, a couple years ago, but I saved the line art. So I used that and to make a new print. So there you go. So now I'm working on, boom, this one I'm redoing. This was for a convention years ago that I penciled, but I did not ink in color. Somebody else did, and I want to go back and do my own inks and colors over it and update it. So it's, who are these characters? You all tell me. You tell me. Charles Tofield is going through some, quote, family restructuring, taking the opportunity to make some changes I've always wanted to. I got you. Well, good luck to you. All right, so here's what we're doing. I am, this was penciled by hand. I'm inking it on the computer because the pencils, well, they're long gone. I think I sold those years ago. So we're gonna work a little bit today. I've got a convention in a week from this weekend, so next weekend, and I'm trying to get at least 3 new prints for that. So I really am trying to hunker down and get this done. You know, in the middle of also, what is going on here? Why is that? Okay. In the middle of working on Thunder Punch and some other projects. And, you know, I'm just perpetually juggling things, but that's the way it goes. You don't whine and complain. You just do it. You just show up. Just keep showing up. Mr. Vic, good morning. Jeff, did you hit the cigar bar? I saw it. It was right across the street from my hotel, but I did not get a chance to go. But I know where it is now. I should have gone the first night because it was cold outside, and we were outside, me and Chris, hanging out, having a cigar, and should have gone there because it was cold. But live and learn. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do this hand. This is where I left off last night. I'm going back and forth between using the line or the line tool and just doing it by hand. It's more enjoyable to do it by hand, but sometimes some things are just easier. Use the line tool. Question from Charles says, I have a couple questions. Do you have comics to sell? Yes, I have Thunder Punch. I have art books. I have my G.I. Joe comps, trade paperbacks, and a bunch of stuff. Also, do you find people go to conventions for indie books as well now? They will stumble across William the Last and buy it. But it's definitely overall people want what they already know. And that's the frustrating thing. And that's just always going to be the case. It's always been the case. everybody's resistant to new things as a whole. And Hallie Snyder says, I always love the segmented hands. Thank you. So yeah, if you're going to sell things, the struggle is always, and this is true on social media and conventions, is that people want characters that they already like and they already know, and you got to sell them on anything new. So this is why wall of print people that just draw every character known to man, they make money at the show. But you have people that have been sitting there who have created those characters, like people who have literally created those or co-created those characters, those mainstream characters, who are just kind of sitting there not making as much money, and that's just unfortunate. But you gotta figure it out. So at least I'm in a position to where I've worked on G.I. Joe and Transformers. That's typically the only prints I will sell of established characters because I've worked on them. I mean, I did the whole thing. Like I used to have, when I was first starting out, like everybody, I had the draw Spider-Man or something. But there's kind of I think an unspoken assumption with some people that shows that if you have a print of something, you have some connection to that character. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's not easy. But I'm actually want to get into doing some merchandise, like pins and things, or like some of those monsters I did, like the candy corn monster, and some prints of like original things. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Trying to think of anything else I saw at the show. What else did I see at the show? I think Elliot did pretty well selling like pins and things, like little enamel pins. I would really like to just sell merchandise and not have to draw at the show, because drawing at a convention is very difficult. Not the foolish things I draw. I posted some of that, but actually trying to make a good commission is difficult at a convention. It's just not a great setup. I mean, I'll do it, but I think every artist would rather just sell prints of their stuff than have to create that stuff there. Do I have a favorite bot to draw? I really do like Soundwave. Honestly, Soundwave, at a convention, my favorite ones to draw are Optimus, Megatron, Soundwave, because as often as have I drawn all these robots, I have to look up reference except for those. I want to do a Mirage one. He says I'd be super interested in pins and stuff. So yeah, I think there's a huge contingent of people that they like those things, and I've never sold them. So what about doing like a pin, maybe of I'm gonna pop this up real quick. Like, what would y'all think of something like just a pin of like the Thunder Punch head, maybe like that right there? I don't know, different things. Charles Tofield, understand that on that moment you're trading your time for the least amount of money from a business perspective. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing. It's like you can make I've made a lot of money. Well, a lot of money. I mean, I don't charge an exorbitant amount for commissions, but it does add up, right? But I think you're limited into how much you physically can do at a show, and I think selling things has a better opportunity. And every show is different. Some shows are print shows, some shows are art shows, some shows are, you don't know what they are. Tangent right there. Look at that. Look at that tangent that I made. Take care of that nonsense by doing this. Break it up. This piece is like, when was this? 2013? This was almost 10 years ago that I penciled this, I think. Holy cow, it was. Wow. Realization. So some things on here I'm finding, I'm like, I'm doing it different now. In fact, for to be 2013, I'm surprised the pencils are as good as they are. I think I just spent a lot of time on it. I should hit save. Sip and save. Everybody. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? I was doing this hand. We're going to do this. We're going to do like a little gear thing. That's usually what I do now. I didn't then, which is why it's not there. I don't draw hands like this anymore either. I draw the whole middle section segmented. I usually put gears in between the fingers. But this works. It's okay. They'll work. Do you have favorite paper that I do pencils on? I always use, like for commissions, I use Strathmore 300 series. And, but I really like just drawing on copy paper, to be honest. So my full-time illustrator, yes. I mean, I've been working in comics. I mean, I worked on G.I. Joe for like 10 years. And between that and conventions and commissions and little things here and there, I have somehow managed to stay at it for a decade. I get repeat business. I get both. As far as like straight up, what is going on here? I did not think this through 10 years ago. As far as, audience wise, I feel like I haven't really tapped into the potential that's out there. You know what I'm saying? That's the struggle. There's always more people. And then you've got, books. So I've got, an audience on Kickstarter and Instagram. And then, I did a book. The first Thunder Punch book did well. Then about half those people came in, which is actually typical for a book. But it's not easy. But, gotta find ways to combine things, right? So I did this. So like the like this is a commission. Save the line art. Then I did marker colors, but I scanned in the line art so I can come back and do a more finished piece, and then that goes into a print and all that stuff. And then that goes on social media, and then that's marketing and blah 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 blah. Do you find the bulk of your money is from convention and prints? No, the bulk of my money is has been different things in the past. Books like crowdfunded books, selling original art, and then conventions for the last really 2 years have hardly been anything because there haven't been any. And I know people who have budgeted like a huge chunk of what they would typically got. Part of their business model was conventions, and then when they went away, that was bad news. So it's, it's like doing a whole bunch of things. So yeah, sometimes I look back and like, I'm not sure how I've made this work. Soundwave, is he my most commissioned? He might be actually. Might be him or Starscream. What do my commissions run? $150, $200 for like, it depends on like for one character in color, around there. Depends on the piece and how complicated it is. But I think I have decided, I can't remember if I've mentioned this on stream or not, but one of the things that's held me back getting things out faster on crowdfunded things for some projects is that I offer so many extra things like commissions. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. And I don't think I'm going to launch the next project until it's done. And then basically pretty much just sell the book. Like I just want to crank out books. I don't know if it'll work or not. But who knows? I may change my mind between now and, tomorrow. Who knows? Actually, I'm not going to change my mind on that. I want to use a fulfillment service too, because I can only do so much. All right, so does anybody know who these characters are? Kusmeti's here. What's up? Nobody's guessed. So I'm not sure if these prints are going to sell, but I'm going to do it because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Do I collaborate with other artists? Usually not at this point. Early on I did, but I've got so much of my own stuff to do that I really don't have time. Collaborating with people artistically is always a dangerous thing. Yeah, I liked that line. That line I didn't like. So if I'm going to have these prints done by the show next weekend, I need to get them to the printer like tomorrow. Part of the reason I haven't updated stuff is because I pack up my convention stuff and I just leave it in my car basically, or I just set it inside and I don't look at it. Like I get back from the show, I'm tired, and I don't think about that stuff again until the next show. And then the next show, I go, oh man, I need more prints. I'm low on prints. Oh, I'll do that next show. And then I lather, rinse, and repeat for like 3 years. Hallie mostly knows More Than Meets the Eye characters. Okay, I don't know that these guys were in More Than Meets the Eye. This is Top Spin and Twin Twist. They're two of the wreckers. But when I was a kid, these were special because you pulled them back and let them go, the toy, and they transformed by themselves, meaning they just popped open, and if you were like 8 times out of 10, they'd be standing up. And in 1985, that was Wizardry. So I still have them, actually. They're sitting right over here. I see them from where I sit. And we don't know why Transformers have teeth. In their universe. I mean, the real reason is because we're human beings and we relate to things that look like us. Most toys you get in the store for $25 don't even transform manually. Well, they just kind of popped open, right? It wasn't like even like they did anything cool. It was just like you let them go and they were in car mode and they unfolded and boom, they'd sit up on their feet, which is still kind of cool. How is Elliot? I called Elliot before the show to see if he wanted to come on, and he didn't answer, but he sent me a text. He called me back, which means he's either busy in a meeting or driving or something. So he's doing okay. We're trying to get back in the swing of things here, but it's been hard. What's up, Leon? I just need a little break from doing a lot of videos, and I'm at the point now where I think I'm ready to start doing stuff again. Like at the convention video I did and uploaded yesterday, I really enjoyed doing it. It's not like anything amazing, but I was like, I think I'm ready to do stuff. All right, Hallie, swing back by next time. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, I was looking at some of the other videos I did, some of the early videos, and I make better stuff now. Okay, there's my coffee. My coffee is gone. Another reason I like having Elliot or Siege on is that they can entertain you while I refill my coffee. And it's not just dead air, as they say in radio. Also, I have to keep talking. And being an introvert means that when I am done with the stream, I will have to take a break. But doing a stream means I will sit here at one stretch longer than I would have otherwise. You know, I kind of dig what I did here, and I think it's been enough time that I can say that. The way I did these little drill things, this little shape to go around the drill, because I don't think I've done it since. I don't know where I got that from. I'm going to congratulations, past Brian. Not too shabby. Unless you ripped it off from somebody, in which case, shame on you. I don't think I did. I'm going to do a straight line here. Because that needs to be straight, and if it's off a little bit, you and everyone else you know will know. Even your mom will know. Now, if I was smart, I would have just done a straight line and erased it, but I didn't. I did not. All right, let's save again. Elliot has not called me back. Thicker on the outside, thinner on the inside. Why did you do that? Okay. There we go. Except I need to do that there, that there, that there, that there, that there. Okay. I'll save that just in case. Miss South Carolina be making it Fayetteville. That's right, Fayetteville Comic Con. I will be there. It's the last show I did before COVID hit. So I have not done that show since 2019. And it's weird that some of these shows have been that long. It was 3 years ago. And I won't do Heroes because Joe Fest is the same weekend, which means if I do Heroes next year, it'll be 21, 22. It's 4 years. Holy cow. Thicker lines on hard edges, everyone. Thinner lines on the edges that face you. Heroes is always your birthday weekend. Heroes has in the past always been Father's Day weekend. Right, so why in the world, Brian? What in the world, decade ago, Brian, why did you draw? Your perspective was way off on that one. Manny over on Facebook. Me and Manny used to sit in middle school and high school and draw. Pretty much that's all we did in class was draw. I'm a little bit better now than I was then. Just a little. I think I still have some of those drawings we did, by the way, tucked away, and I bet you didn't. Seems like I came across them, a while back in a box somewhere. I was like, hey, I remember these. I should dig up some like old drawings and go over them. Show everybody how crappy I used to draw. Heroes on Father's Day worked for your family cut, but I sure heard a lot of folks gripe. Yeah, again, it's like in my household, Father's Day is like I get to do whatever I want. So it would not be an issue. But I mean, it's the Father's Day. If a father wanted to go to a comic convention, what's the deal? So I don't want every line to be like mechanical, like a ruler. It's got to have some life to it. That's my opinion. I like drawings of mechanical things with organic lines, but the effect is still it looks like a robot or a mechanical thing. All right, man. You take care. Thanks for stopping by, man. Oh, that's going to go fast. All those shadowed Sharkticons. Leon says, I get what you mean about the lines. Yeah. So I like looking at artists that, something it's like you look at, but it still looks like it was drawn by a human being, especially things that look from when you stand back and you look at them where you're kind of, at the distance you're meant to view it. It looks like really tight or really finished piece. But when you get up line, things look kind of free. A lot of paintings are like that. Like the overall effect is pretty realistic, but then you look at the individual lines and they seem almost gestural or strokes, little brush strokes. It's the overall effect that's important. These are treads, I think. That's exactly what it is. I had to think there for a second about what was going on here. These are the treads. So I am going to make these lines, though. Here. Straight. At least the long ones. And then here will be, as I say, incomplete mutterings. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Trench. How do you keep track of certain details on bots, like certain lines and such on the chassis? I don't. Here's the dirty secret. I really don't. I just like from panel to panel, like on Thunder Punch, for example, the scratches are not always in the same place. There's only like a handful of panels, but I view it like depending on how close you are, you're going to see things or not. And I won't always keep track of. Okay, so like if you do something like this, like these little 3 indentions here, you have to always do that. This little thing here, you have to always do that. But for the most part, like you could omit this thing here, right? You could omit, what could I do? Like sometimes I'll do little panels like this, right? I don't always do that. Overall effect, everyone. Overall effect. We're not building blueprints. The landmarks you got to hit. The details. That's my philosophy. Some artists, if you're an artist who's like really, really meticulous, like Mike Miller, and this is why I think he hates drawing Transformers, is because he's so meticulous with every line that if you're that way, you either really have to enjoy drawing robots or it'll drive you crazy. That's why I tend to be, I don't worry about things that aren't consistent in the minute details, which may be why I like drawing robots, because I don't stress about it. Hit the landmarks, make the bot recognizable, and things aren't always going to make sense either. Like robots can't, huge bulky robots cannot cross their arms, but you can draw them that way if you cheat it. Like, I mean, if you thought about it, their arms would just be hovering in front of them. But it's storytelling, it's not blueprints. Let's Speaking of blueprints, did y'all see? I don't know if you watched my video from yesterday. I ran into really quick. There was a little shot of people selling the patent office diagrams of things like Optimus Prime toy, and I'm like, can you do that? Are those things not copywritten? Seems odd. Kusmeti, there's Gunship Thunder Punch 3 times. The link in the description at getthisart.com will take you to the campaign for Thunder Punch. If you still want to get in, it is going to be up there until it goes to print. And I'm getting fairly close, actually. So I talked to Robert Atkins this weekend. He was there at the show. He's doing a cover and hasn't been able to get to it yet, but he's got a break coming up, so I should have that to show pretty soon. I've been really slow in getting Alex's script. I know he's been kind of having some health issues, so we'll see. I'm working on it. I've only had 2 people ask for refunds. So either everybody is silently stewing, is okay with it, or forgot they backed it. There's the link. Kusmeti doing the mod thing. Over on YouTube. If you're watching somewhere else, then I can't help you. Okay, so I did not finish that 10 years ago. Because I was not as good as I am now. That's why. However good that is. Whatever that means. Get This Art is easy to remember. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised nobody had it. And I can repurpose it. It points to whatever, I want to promote. It'll be a nice surprise. When I back things, I don't mind if it's late. Like, again, it's like Christmas in the mailbox all of a sudden. Yes, and it has a synthwave soundtrack. I'm also not totally unconvinced that part of the reason I've been so slow over the winter is just getting down over the winter. Because now that it's light later and it's getting warm, I'm like, let's do some work. Maybe that's part of it. I think it is part of the problem. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear, where's my book? Where's my book? Just got a book you back 3 years ago. I'd forgotten about it. I think the longest thing I've ever taken me to get is Alejandro's book. But I mean, I know kind of some of what was taking him long. But I didn't care because that book was beautiful. And if he did another one, I would back it again. Legit winter blues. Yeah, I think I honestly did have some seasonal affective, whatever, depression, something. I kind of do get down around January, February. I've about had it with things. And then all of a sudden, boom. Save. Elliot did not call me back. Why didn't he call me back? Oh, my phone is charged. I can unplug it. Okay. I'm going to do this guy. Because I want to. Wish that Clip Studio had a way to do a circle, and it might, and I just haven't discovered it. I need to look into this. If you hold shift down, it'll make a complete circle, right? But I don't need it to do it from this weird moving anchor point. See how it moves? It's hard to like guess how okay, there's that. Well, I kind of did it there, but it's very hard because it moves. I need a middle anchor point. I need to find the middle part and go out from there. And there's got to be a way to do it because you can do it in Photoshop, I think. Which doesn't mean that Clip Studio does it, but. Look at that tangent. Look at that. I had that there and then right into that line. What is, ugh. Go into the settings. Really? Let's see here. Let's see. Small wrench. I know what that is. Hold on. I don't have the small wrench. Where is that wrench? Hold on. So there. Am I just not seeing it? Oh, up here. Well, that's for that. That's the color set. Bottom corner. Oh, way down here. Okay. Oh. I see. Shape operation. Start from center. Oh, you guys are great. I'm gonna do a video on that. Thanks for providing me with tutorial content. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, everybody. Oh gosh, that's great. It simplifies my life. Why is that not the default? Who wants a floating anchor point? Will it have a silly hat? No. But you can feel free to draw one in. All right, let's see if this works. Fill, apply to connected pixels. Yeah, Robert, thanks. Silly hats make everything better. Yes, they do. I don't disagree, but I'm gonna take away the yikes, take away all those pencils for a second. Oh, I should have some paper down there, shouldn't I? Let's get this here, let's get this here. Boom. How are we doing? Doing okay. Doing okay. All right. Back at it. Circle from center point. Your day is complete. I know we've unlocked it. The Japanese artists who made this program maybe like floating anchor points. Yeah, I mean, but as precise as the Japanese are, why would they want that? They're just like guessing. Look at this. Look at this. It's gonna be great. Oh, except it's not. Look at that. Oh man, I've been waiting years to do that in this program. I see what's going on here. Why did I do it that way too? Why did I make those? Gosh, what was I thinking back then? All right, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. So I need to look angry. Everybody got really quiet, including me. I have a feeling your next drawing will have several unnecessary circles. Save. Rows and rows of teeth. Okay, let's see if this closes in. Kinda. Oh, nope, missed one there. Good, good. Nope. Yep, yep, yep. Nope. Nope, nope. Yep. Tryptophobia. time is it? 10:40. Okay. How long have I been working? Almost an hour. It's good to get up about every hour. What is this back here? It's part of his body, I think. Twin twists body. That's what it is. It's a very G1 cartoon ish, which I like. That's my jam. Change the circle setting CSP. No, isn't it? Man, we all owe Robert a debt of gratitude. The problem is, that little thing that being down here, like up here, there's the wrench for this. It should be up here, but no, it's down here. Paranormal circles are the only truly necessary circles. Watch this. This is great. This is great. Look at that. Oh, man. Whoop. Sweet. So exciting. It's like a volleyball. I'm going to leave it. Necessary Circles is the band name. Well, some things don't make sense here. Like, why did I end that foot right there at the end of his little spike? Doesn't make sense. But this was a decade ago. Gotten better. I probably would have, I didn't ink it initially, so I would have probably caught it when I inked it. Is that Sharkticon done? Could be done. It's possible. How about this one? That's what it sounds like. Oh, I'm just going to do this for that. I like that silhouette Sharkticon. Good job, 36-year-old Brian. Well done. 46-year-old Ryan, applaud you. Oh, another good dude down here. More circles. Whoopity-doo. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Draw Unicron in planet mode. Yeah. Great excuse to use circles. We're all going to be looking for excuses to draw circles now. So when I was working on like Transformers or any G.I. Joe scene with a bunch of vehicles, for a while I had this really bad habit of leaving all the circles, because I was doing it by hand. I was drawing them the inking by hand, but the circle template, I was like, oh, I'll just use that later. I'll do that at the end. And I would have this entire page of all these circle things to do, and it was soul destroying. I don't know why. And I kept doing it. I was like, oh, just leave the circles till the end, because I didn't want to keep grabbing the circle template as I came across circles. So I left them all to the end. I was like, ugh. And then I'd forget, and then the next time I'd do it again. I'd forget the pain, the boredom of just drawing a page of circles. Although with this, maybe it would be a joy, an absolute joy to draw the circles. Yeah, Zach, it's there are worse jobs. I'm not saying it was, it's not like I got to go down to the coal mine again, but as art goes. Jeff Potts is promoting his book there. Go check out his book. Okay. I'm getting there. It's getting there. Actually, I think the hard part, this middle section here, was the hardest part. Or the most not hard, but time consuming. And then I think it's going to really speed up. And then I got to color it. Question is, can I get 4 new prints for the show next week? I don't know if my printer can turn it around that fast. We'll see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's some little bits and pieces here I gotta fill out, but there it goes. But it still works. Still looks good there. Sorry, I'm posting details on the wrong live stream. How many live streams are you watching right now? How dare you split your attention between this fantastically engaging stream and another? Yeah. There we go. Today is Wednesday, right? And this week is just flying by, as every week seems to be doing. Yeah, see, Jeff, the thing is that you're always promoting the book, so it didn't seem unnatural for you to do it here. Nobody here noticed. It is Wednesday already. Every week I'm surprised. My life is running out. I'm running out of time, everybody. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's part of his body. Okay. Yeah, let's leave that in there. I'm losing track of the things that I've done. Save. By the way, everybody, if you have not gone to my website, I update it nearly every day. There's a bunch of stuff on here. Look at all this stuff. Brian, link in the description. Brian-Shearer.com. There's my plug. Time dilating artist. Yeah, I'm something. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting older. My perception of time is speeding up. So little time. Oh, what am I doing? Missing an opportunity for another circle. What time period would I travel to? Can I come back whenever I want? You know, I'm kind of selfish. I would just like to go back to like the year I was born and then hop forward and just like revisit things. From the out and see, you know, because I've lived in the same place my whole life. So see people that, you know, passed away, or just kind of watch myself and try to remember things better. That's me. I wouldn't go back to like the Roman Empire or anything. Oh, wait a minute, circle template, but this time, man, yeah, that's the stuff right there. This is great. Man, look at that. Holy cow. All that time. All that time I've wasted. Everybody got really quiet. Like, that's the dumbest time travel answer ever. I don't care. It's what I would do. So. That's a small circle, so I'm not using it for that. I'm not wasting the power on something so trivial. Where would you all go? If you could go back to another time you would not return? I don't know. Some other times were worse than this. A lot of other times were worse than this. We're stupid. We're in the stupid time. I don't know that any other time was as stupid as this one. But, you know, at least I'm not being like burned at the stake or yet, anyway. Modernity is not your thing. Okay, let me think of a different, like if we're talking about just different, truly different, brought out of stasis every 50 years for 5 years. That's weird though. It's not really time travel. Meet your parents early a year before you. Yeah, see. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Where would I go? Oops. What am I doing here? So you could like maybe go back. I could go back to like the 50s and just live out the rest of my life, but die right before I get here. So that way you have the modern conveniences. You can, you know, where to invest money. TV would be pretty boring though, just because we've seen everything. But then, you know, you could do other things. I mean, TV's boring now, so. Oops. But if we're really talking about going somewhere else, where would I go? I'm trying to think, where would I avoid like a good series of years where there's no plague or horrible war, or that's where it gets dicey. We could make newer, better TV programs and cause time paradoxes. Oh, oops. I gotta get way back here. Hang on. That got filled in. Let's try this again. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is correct. We're attempting to pre-steal other people's IP. Hey, I invented Ninja Turtles. Hell, would you? Yeah, but see, so the problem with that is like there are so many other factors other than just coming up with the idea that made it possible. So it's like it's possible you could come up with Ninja Turtles, but not be at the right place, right time, right person, company, etc. You may actually cause that not to happen by taking the opportunity away for the IP. That's what I think. Discuss. We'd make way better video games in the 90s. Oop, circle. Whippity-doo. Investing money, that's where it's at. Apple, Yahoo. Hello, Jim O'Reilly. Save. What about creating the technology companies to make the right factors to publish the stolen IPs? But you don't know what. There's no way of knowing what would work because you're creating something different. If you could do that, then you could do that with an IP now. How about we go back in time and stop the cause from ruining his image as America's Funny Dad? You're just always there, stopping him. Who are you? Why do you keep getting in my way? No. You're just always like behind a plant with a squirt bottle. And he's like, would you like a drink? No. Treat him like a cat. Get off the furniture. Get off, cause, off. Investing in Apple when it takes off. Yeah, IBM, Apple, Yahoo, Google. Hello, Ricky. Bitcoin, yeah. Oh, man. An hour and a half, another 5 minutes. I'll take a break here. Let's see. What else have I not done here? Laser blast. Going back in time creates a new timeline. Yeah, but, depending on how much you change, doesn't mean that Bitcoin wouldn't exist. Doesn't mean there's... nothing similar. In that new timeline, there's still Bitcoin. You're just a large owner of it. Unless you really screw something up. Back to the Future lied to us all. Yes, it did. Well, there was there was alternate timelines in Back to the Future. It just means you never come. So that would mean you just never come back to this timeline at all. Because if you go back in time, you go to the future of that time. Unless in your timeline, you always were in the past. And nothing can be changed. It's fixed. It's a fixed point. Doesn't mean things would unfold the same as this time. Why wouldn't they? If you didn't if you go back to the actual time, if you go back in time to literally before, like at that moment, you are in the timeline of your own, the original timeline. But as soon as you go in, then it branches off. But it's only going to branch off if you didn't do anything else. The only difference would be you standing there in that timeline. Everything else should be the same. Everything that isn't directly impacted by you. But over the course of like 1,000 years, it should be like, it's like an airplane trajectory, right? Like, so if like you're 1 degree off, that doesn't make a difference. Like right now it's at the, but the end of your destination is wildly different. So you just have to make sure you don't get too far forward. You don't come forward. Now the thing is, you need to be, you just got to think fourth dimensionally, and then you just no. That's the way it works. Oh man. All right. You know what? I think I want to take a break. About an hour and a half. Here's what I got so far. There's the sound wave from yesterday. I finished up. That I will have a new print of at a convention. And there's another one. And I've also got I have a Sunstreaker commission that I never got a print of. And I don't know why. Because I'm stupid. All right, everybody, go like, subscribe, go watch yesterday's videos, the con video that I uploaded. Other than that, I'm out. I'm gonna get a break, maybe another cup of coffee. Y'all be good. Don't travel through time and screw everything up while I'm gone. All right. And always remember that
You guys, could this year get any
goodbye. Enjoy that. Take that.